Good morning, everyone. Hi. I gave my dogs carrots and green beans, and when you give your dogs carrots and green beans, sometimes that will come back to haunt you. And in this case, it did. My dogs sleep next to my bed, and I was, oh my gosh, I was just run out of my bedroom. They woke me up. I woke up in the middle of the night because they were gassy and they were like, it was really, really bad. And then I am trying to go back to sleep, and Grandpa was snoring, and the dogs were gassing me, and I just felt like it was a really it was a war torn environment. It was so bad. So I got up and I took off and came in here, and I thought, let's just say hi to everybody because this is the week where we're like, coming back anyway. So sorry about this. I've got anyway, uh, so I started shipping. I went into the dining room, just started shipping stuff. And good morning, Johnny. Mwah. Hello, it's good to see you. Good morning, Dirt Road. Yeah, it's a heck of a way to get woken up, right? I was like, oh, okay, goodness, this is happening. Hi, Anna. How you doing? Good morning, baby. Yeah, it was gnarly. Oh my gosh, Jen, yes. Right? We're like the midnight zombies here now. And so I slept really well for about an hour and a half, and then it was just over. So I had 4 orders from Poshmark to ship out, and I got those, and finished up the shipping. And have you ever, as a reseller or any type of seller, have you ever had a situation where you're like, oh, I have to ship out these orders, and then you do it, and it's something as simple as just like putting an order in a box. Now, okay, you have to obviously make sure that it is fresh, and I like to lint roll everything before I send it out. And then I put it in a clear cello bag, and then I put a little thank you sticker on it, and then I put a little extra gift with purchase with the note, and then I send those out. So and then of course you have to print up the sticker and put that on, and then all of that. So anyway, long story short, I felt so accomplished, like I did something really like cool and special, right? I'm going to adjust this camera because I feel like I'm leaning too far in. So I felt like I did something really cool and special, like I was so accomplished. This was like, woo, look at you. So yeah, I don't know. It's not that I mean, I drug my feet into the other room and grabbed a cup of coffee, and here's the thing too. I buy the coffee that I buy. Well, coffee in general right now is pretty freaking expensive. So when I brew a pot of coffee, and I use a lot of coffee, I'm a strong coffee drinker. So when I brew a pot of coffee, there's only 2 of us in the house, and so I will sometimes turn off the coffee pot and then just microwave a couple leftover coffee. It's flavored coffee, so it microwaves quite well. Um, the thing is that I call that the Dookie Nukums. So I got myself a cup of the Dookie Nukums, microwaved that, escaped my gassy dogs and snoring husband, finished up the shipping, came in here, sat down, and thought, let's see how everybody's doing. So we have Jen and Anna and Johnny and Dirt Road. Dirt Road, what is your name? Because I keep missing it for some reason. And I've seen you in Johnny's chat, I've seen you in other chats, and you've been absolutely charming. Um, and fun. And I just don't. I'm horrible with names. So, but if you tell me your name now, I promise you, I won't. I won't forget it because I'll be able to go back and go, oh yeah, what was that video with your name on it? So we just, I don't know. And Boo and I are gearing up. Oh, wait a minute. Let's put on these glasses so I can actually see that. Geneva. What a beautiful name. Okay, Geneva. I'll be like Dirt Road Memories are Switzerland. They're neutral. So I like that. I have all my morning work done and pulled orders to pack is all I got left. Johnny, you are so energetic before anybody's even awake. It's exhausting. I'm so jealous. I want to be you when I grow up. I honestly do. Um, yeah, I just had to pull orders, get them ready to pack, and then I've got some listing that I want to, some photographs that I wanted to take, but I am procrastinating. Yep. You ever procrastinate that listing? Like it's the worst thing in the world to do, and you do anything else besides that. And then when you finally do get around to listing, you're like, oh, that's not bad at all. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think sometimes there's a mental block about listing. Like, you know, that it's going to take time, and you know that you really do have to kind of have tunnel vision on it. People who do listings and lives, um, oh, thank you. That's right. You do the channel shout out, and the link to the public calendar. Um, oh, that looks good. I put leftover coffee in the fridge. Here, let me start highlighting these. Sorry about that. Okay, Geneva, she puts leftover coffee in the fridge and then mixes with ice in a blender for a blended coffee. If you add a bit of chocolate syrup, it tastes like a mocha. That sounds delicious. That sounds good. If you don't see your show on that calendar, just leave me a comment to that post and I will add it to you. Will do. I need to, honestly, Johnny, I haven't had a chance to check out the calendar yet, but I love that idea. And I need to get my act together. That's kind of what October has been about, getting our act together, taking good care of our families, and, you know, just really concentrating on the things that are, you know, most important in life. But also just sort of, you know, creatively just kind of taking a little bit of a rest before November and December, because there's, you know, the holidays, and then, you know, there's a lot going on. But Boo and I met up actually today and did not one, not two, but 3 tapings of excuse me, of unboxings, different 3 totally different ThredUp unboxings. So 3 different types of, I guess, ThredUp boxes. And I it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, and then it was the best of times again. So I was pretty interested in that. And then today we're actually headed out to go thrifting, which I haven't been in a little bit. I haven't been thrifting in a minute because I've been sourcing a lot online. So the good news is that we will have a brand new Thrifts and Giggles on Tuesday. And that will be November 1st, because on the first Tuesday of the month, we do our Thrifts and Giggles typically. Now, again, October was a weird month. And so we had some holdups. But in general, you can look for those Thrifts and Giggles if you like those on the first of the month. First Tuesday of the month. It's a very irreverent and just, you know, no holds barred look at the things that we're, you know, thrifting, and the things that we find in the thrift stores. Because, guys, some of this stuff is so funny. Some of this stuff is so funny. And we just laughed and we would do that before we came up with the idea. And then we're like, why don't we just tape that? Because we're just like bantering back and forth. And so Aunt Boo and I have a really good time doing that. Oh, Johnny, you do the same. So you do like the cold coffee. I had a girls' night the other night, and I invited my friends and my sister over, and I made it was one of my friends' birthdays, and I made iced coffee, and so I had my cold coffee. I did save my cold coffee for like 2 days instead of doing the Dookie Nukem's, which I'm drinking now, which is not bad at all. It's delicious. So instead of hi, there we go. So instead of nuking that, what I did was I took that cold coffee, I added a giant bottle of RumChata and some milk and some caramel macchiato creamer, and it was so good. And it had just enough booze in it to kind of be, it's an adult beverage, but it wasn't anything that was like, it wasn't like, whoa, shot, shot, shot. It wasn't that. It wasn't like that. It was just a little, girly beverage. But I really enjoyed that. That was really good. So yeah, give her a shot. Cold booze coffee. Geneva says, I've started getting creative with flavors because I like more vanilla than chocolate, but I've made dirty chais and other stuff. Dirty chais. Ooh, that sounds so good. I love chai tea. Yeah, Jen, doesn't it sound good? It's like dirty chai. I love RumChata in my coffee. Shh. We won't tell anybody. Neither I, nor Jen, nor Johnny, nor anybody else who's in the chat or watching. It'll be our little secret. Just you, me, and the interweb. The interwebs, I call it, because I don't know, because silly. And yeah, we just had a really good time. Sometimes you just have to yeah, Jen. Shh. Cajun. Johnny loves the chai tea and mocha tea. I haven't had the mocha tea. I've had the chai tea before. And when my boys were sick, I used to make them chai tea with honey, so that they would drink the tea with honey and get some liquids in them. And I would just put like a little bit of milk in it, unless they had like a sore throat. But yeah, I haven't tried the mocha tea either. Never tried the mocha tea. We'll have to look that up. Yeah, Geneva, me too. I like chai with honey and cream. Yes, exactly. And if you guys don't know, Johnny really loves chai now, because I think isn't that what you named your baby? Your little four-legged baby? And I think chai has really, really acclimated to Johnny's family. Speaking of pets, I've always been a dog person, although my family's had cats too, and cats are great and hilarious and fun. But I'm more of a dog person, born in the year of the dog, go figure. Feel that when somebody says that they have lost a pet, and specifically really when they say they've lost a dog, it just absolutely kills my heart for them, because it's so difficult. It's such a missing thing in your family. And I have some beautiful friends on Reseller Friends, the Happy Hour Haulers, Bryn and Janet, who lost that member of their family this month. And they have, it's so brutal. It's so hard. So please just know that, our hearts are with you. And we are sending all the positive vibes your way, all the positive vibes. And we hope that you remember your puppy with fond memories, and just really wonderful, embrace the memories, and that the time sort of heals the pain of that and turns it into something beautiful and wonderful. Roberta, oh my gosh, hello, it's the artist formerly known as Roberta. Guys, if you don't know, Roberta does, she paints purses, which I love. That is so Evangelista, honey. And she does she'll do doll face wipes and then repaint the doll and create like a whole persona for the doll and dress it and stuff. It's really pretty, really, really artistic. She's very artistic. Okay, yes. Yeah. See, I thought his name was Chai, and then I thought, wait, is that just me being middle of the night? I love that name for your dog. Isn't it cute? That's so cute. Oh, good. Everybody's saying hi to Roberta. Yeah, she is a hoot. I've had the privilege of talking with Roberta in Heather's Halls chats. And Heather is so she's so professional. She's just lovely and really, really pretty. And I just absolutely love buying from her. She always has good stuff. And sometimes she'll sell some of Roberta's stuff. So I sort of got to know Roberta a little in the chats, and she is so fun, guys. You're just, if you see her in a chat, just know that she's there to have a good time. I like that. I really like that. My last dog before Chai, his name was Latte. Oh my gosh, you got a theme, honey. I love that. His name was Latte. I love it. My last dog was named Nestle, like the chocolate. I love that. I didn't name the dog though, a 3-year-old. You have your moments. You have fantastic moments. I am really happy. Did you draw that avatar, by the way? That's wonderful. I didn't name the dog though, a 3-year-old did. That's how we got our dogs' names. Well, the first one that we got when we got Finley, who was our first dog after our husky Mickey died about a year and a half before that, and we were finally ready to get another dog. It takes a long time to grieve. It really does. I mean, they're a member of your family. So we finally decided to get a dog. We got a puppy, and she was, mixed breed mutt, and she beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dog. But our Finley, when she came to us, her name was Ariel. A family had adopted her. We got her from Animal Rescue, and a family had adopted her and given her to their children for Christmas, and their kids were like 2 and 4. And you can't, it's really tough. I just don't think a pet is a good Christmas present for a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. They just don't know what the pet's boundaries are, and what you can and can't do to a pet, and they're kids and they're babies, basically they're toddlers. So you have to just be careful. So anyway, they gave her back because she snapped at them, because apparently she didn't like having her tail pulled. So they gave her back to the shelter, and it's sad when you see things like that, because it's not really the dog's fault. I mean, if somebody came up and pulled my tail, you can bet you about $1 I'll do more than snap at them. So so we got her, and the kids had named her Ariel from the Little Mermaid, and so we had to rename her. We had to give her a good Irish name to blend into this family. We only have cats currently, but we still have fun with names. I love naming pets. They're so much fun. It's so much fun. That's one of the best parts. Not unless mom or dad are completely aware that they are responsible for the animal, not the kids. Yes. And that's the thing. I mean, honestly, you just, you have to, maybe if you get a dog that's already been trained and already good with kids, but for a puppy, you really have to be careful about how you socialize them. And this is exactly what I was talking about, how much fun Roberta is. Depends on who pulls it. I might get him flowers. I love that. My last cat's name was Curie, short for curiosity. Oh, well, hopefully it didn't. Hopefully that cat's still she's still with us. I mean, just Curiosity. I do like, they are very, very curious. They love to get into everything. So yeah, we had to change Ariel to Finley, and then when we got our second dog, she was already named Ellie, and so Finley had we gave Finley a middle name Ray. It was an ironic name. I love that. Geneva, that's funny. I like that. So when we had Ellie, we since Finley had a middle name, Ellie had to have a middle name. So we have Finley Ray and Ellie Mae, and we use their full names when we call the vet. And the vets have learned to use their full names, and the groomers too. So that's really funny. But yeah, I just, our hearts go out to the happy hour haulers. We know that you are going through a lot losing a pet. It's brutal, and it is very, very tough. And we hope that you find some comfort in your grief wherever you can. So that is, that's what's going on with pets this morning. Crossover Paranormal Society. Hey, how's it going? Hello. Good morning, cops. Bad boys. Wrong bad boys. I bet too, the Crossover Paranormal Society, I bet you get a lot, hopefully you get a lot of pickup, especially this time of year around Halloween with the Day of the Dead coming up. The Dios de los Muertos, I think, is, I don't speak Spanish as a first language, or really a second. It's not a whole language for me. I have Sesame Street Spanish, so I think I did it right, but I don't know. I could be slaughtering it. Probably a Spanish speaker is like cussing me out right now. But I bet that you get a lot of extra, hopefully you get a lot of extra traffic on your channel. And I can, you're actually on my watch list for this week, because I thought it'd be fun for Halloween. It'd be fun for Halloween week. So we currently have F-Spot Fitzgerald, who we call Fitzgerald, who we call Catsby. Oh, Chairman Meow, Death Trap DT, Sisquatch, and a few more. How many cats do you have, Roberta? Sisquatch, Chairman Meow, Catsby. I love that. F-Spot Fitzgerald, who we call Catsby. I love that so much. That's hilarious. That's good stuff right there. So yeah, Crossover Paranormal Society. I'd love to see you guys go into a haunted house. Have you done that? I'm gonna have to check out your channel and see if there's a haunted house thing. But I thought, wow, how fun would that be? 9, but it was an accidental cat ladying. Did you trip and fall into a cat hole? What happened, honey? That's a lot of cats. But I bet as long as you love them, that's, I'm glad that they have a good home where they're well loved and clearly well named. I mean, just fantastically named. I love that. Sisquatch. Oh, I just started following, what is it? Caucasian Sasquatch, I think, was in one of Johnny's chats. So I just started following. And what I didn't realize was a lot of his videos are just like him playing video games. Like it's a POV, point of view video game. So all you're seeing is like what the video game's doing. And I'm like, I'm not so sure. But his shorts are fun. So like, when people make shorts, it's like a 30 to 60 second video. It's kind of like TikTok. Really, I think it's YouTube's answer to TikTok. They find me, and if I can't rehome them, I don't have the heart to take them to a shelter. Yeah. We had, on the night, it's so strange, on the night, the very first night that we brought Ellie home, my husband brought Ellie home and it was storming. And so here we are with, with an established dog and a new dog. And we're trying to keep an eye on everything and make sure that we're, socializing Ellie into our home and making sure she's part of the family and, taking care of her. And my husband is sitting in his chair in the TV room petting Ellie, and he's like, she's meowing. And I said, what? And he said, I keep hearing meowing. And I went over and he turned off the TV and we both listened, and it was actually coming from under the floorboard. There was a cat that had babies, and the babies were under the floorboard, and the babies were starting to drown. And the mama cat was nowhere to be found. Now, she may have been out trying to find food for them. She may have been out doing whatever cats do. I don't know. But the babies were like, one of them had already passed away. Freezing cold rain, and they're stuck and just flooding down. So my husband actually literally we tore up the carpet. And he cut a giant thing of the carpet, and then he I got him the crowbar and he lifted the floor. He went under the floor to get to and there's like the floor, and then there's like the subfloor, and he went all the way down to the practically to the dirt to get these kittens out from under the house. So we got 4 kittens out. There were 5 kittens total, with 4 kittens out, and then we got one out that just had already passed on. But the other kittens were like, freezing, and they're little cats. I'm just not equipped to feed baby cats. I don't have the equipment. I'm not a mama cat. So we called a no-kill shelter. And made a donation to them. And my husband drove 4 little baby kitty cats. After we had them wrapped up with towels, and we were warming them up. And I warmed them up on gentle air with the hairdryer on the warm setting. So we're like trying to gently dry these kitty cats out. And we had them in a little box, and they're meow meow meow. So we had him in a little box, and then I sacrificed some old towels and lined the box, and then we go online and we're trying to figure out what to do with these with these kitty cats. And we got this giant hole in the floor that we can actually hear the water running under. And meanwhile, we've got a brand new dog that we don't know what, we haven't had a chance to really bond with yet. So, but my husband drove about an hour and a half to drop off these kitty cats at the shelter, and they made him name them. So we did Mo, Larry, Curly, and Max, because we just didn't know what to, we don't know what to name these little kitty cats. They were like this big. They were so tiny. But we never did find out what happened to the mama cat. Never did. Never came back around. Never saw it. So, yeah. But it was really, really great. Come see me, ghoul friend. We have an alleged white Yeti here. Uh-oh. Okay. Alleged white Yeti. Nice. Yeah, we will be doing a live on Halloween night. Oh, how cool. How fun is that? The craziest way I found a kitten once was on the front porch smoking on a snowy night, and in the distance on a hill I see something move, but it was weird, so I got closer to see what it was. And here it was, a kitten with its head stuck in a Campbell's soup can, frozen around the edges. So we took it in and thawed it out and tried to wiggle off the can. Oh my goodness. Which is hard with the feral kitten, but everything turned out good in the end. And the cat was named Campbell. Oh, I love that story. That is a great story. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, ours was just digging up the floorboard. So then we had to have a contractor come in, repair the floor. These kittens cost us more money in the end, I'm telling you, between the donation to the no-kill shelter. But it was totally worth it. And my husband's he's a guy's guy. He's you know what I mean? He turns a wrench. He's Mr. Guy. But he's just got a heart of gold. He's just got a heart of gold. The whole town also sits on an abandoned coal mine, so I'm sure I can find you a ghostie. They find me almost as often as cats. Wow. You need to get together with the Paranormal Society, guys. I bet they would love that. We sit on directly behind me is Mastodon State Park. So my backyard actually goes into a state park. Well, or it's right when our property line ends, the state park begins. So they call it Mastodon State Park because they found a mastodon, like a whole big, the whole thing, like the whole skeleton, or fossil, I guess, of the mastodon, in the state park. And then they found, other mastodon pieces nearby. So it was like a herd. So apparently, this part of Missouri used to be home to mastodons in the Ice Age. So it's really cool. They've got a cool little museum with all sorts of fossils and stuff. And I forgot where I was going with that. Oh yeah. So if we have ghosts, they're probably hairy elephants. I don't know, hairy ancient elephant ghosts. You'd think they'd be gone by now, but you never know. But yeah, since I've been little, I've always loved haunted houses. I'm always the first to charge right in. And it's really funny because every year I go with my friend Miss Sue, and she cowers behind me like this. And I love it. I love the jump scares. I love the chainsaw guys who are like, rah. I love all of it. Halloween is so one of my favorites. It has charms and a few drawbacks. This is my first non-haunted house, huh? I don't know. That's an interesting question. Do ghosts exist? And timely, because Halloween's coming. And I don't know, but I can tell you that I'm almost positive that there is life after death, or at least in my mind I believe so. We had a couple of things happen after when I was 19. I had an older brother and two younger sisters, and my one younger sister was 2 years younger, and she was killed in a car accident. So a couple of months after that, there was an incident where I'm 1,000% sure that she was with me at that point. And it's a very long, strange story, but long story short, I really do believe that there's something after death, that there's life after death. So, there's something that remains. And here's the thing. If you think about it from a scientific point of view, at the subatomic level, right? At the sub-molecular level, we are made of mostly energy. In the entire universe, all of the true matter that exists is about the size of a pea. Most everything is made of energy, because you have protons, neutrons, electrons, right? And so if almost everything is made of energy, and if everything is made of energy and it's like mostly energy, where does that energy go? I just think that there's something to be said for, there's something to be said for the possibility of life after physical death. My brothers were killed in a car wreck, and Pete came to see me for 1.5 years after. Wow. I use ghost as a blanket term, but yes, there is something that remains. Yeah. I love the gruesome, really scary stuff, but ghosts don't bother me. I've had enough things happen that definitely makes me a believer. Yeah. It's just, energy continues. I mean, energy is energy. So it's an interesting thing to think about. Yeah, I'm not talking about like, chains or whatever, but I do believe that I do believe that and love, real deep love, remains with those that you love. You give so much of your energy to them. How could it not? So, I don't know. I think that those that we love the most are always with us in more than one way. I don't think do I think my dad's looking over my shoulder? No. I'd be a little creeped out if he was because, I'm a married woman. But yeah, but I do believe that I carry a lot of him with me. And some of that's, instinctual. Some of it's training, some of it's instinctual, some of it's exposure. But yeah, and I don't share this too often, but I've been dealing with them my entire life. Interesting. Very interesting. My brother is my brother's a Wiccan. So there is, he's very, very in tune spiritually, I guess. But also very intuitive. There are so many things that just cannot be explained. When I was in high school, I was in my last year of high school. My brother was living in DC. And I just, it was probably maybe 10 in the morning, 10:30 in the morning on a Saturday. And I had to call him immediately. And I don't know why. But he and I have always been, we were 2.5 years apart, and we've always been, of all the siblings, he and I were the closest growing up. I mean, just absolutely inseparable. So he, so I had to call him. I had to call him, and I called him just as he was getting ready to fall asleep, and he had been hit on the head by an iron when he was pulling something out of the closet, and he was getting ready to fall asleep because he was feeling really, really sleepy, and he ended up having to go to the hospital because he had a really bad concussion. So thank God. But it's just little things like that. You never know. You never ever know. There are more things in heaven and earth. And again, I mean, it's not woo woo. String theory explains that. It's. I saw a scientist on TV who was doing on PBS who was trying to explain string theory and multiverses. And what he said was, it's like a loaf of bread, and all we see is the one slice. But there are so many slices, and there's an infinite number of slices. So I really think anything can happen. I mean, again, quantum physics sort of actually backs that up. Most quantum physics theories. Another blanket term. Yeah. Let's see. I'm not Wiccan, just witch. You are what you are, baby. No judgment here. I'm pagan. Again, no judgment here. People are spiritually what they are. Another blanket term. Yep, but blankets are warm and cozy. Yes, they are. That's a hard one to explain, let alone grasp. I don't know. I don't know. Be back soon. Robert is now up, so I'm going to spend some time with him and jump on my upstairs laptop till he goes to work. Aw. I love it when Grandpa gets up in the morning, and I can actually get up and spend a few minutes with him, and just make him his coffee and get his lunch ready and get him off to work. Okay, if you don't know, I retired from the hotel business a couple of years ago. After spending my entire adult life in the hotel industry, and it was very lucrative. I love hotel people. I'm very much a customer service oriented person, and I found that very comfortable. But it does take its toll. It does take its toll. It's an energy suck. About after I had been laid off from the pandemic, I was on furlough for a year. They brought us back, and it just made me physically ill. and really was a mental illness trigger. When I went back there, I was back for 2 days, and my husband's like, "That's it. You're retiring. You're done. You're done. I'm retiring you." And I'm like, "Okay." So now I am a Midwestern housewife and reseller, and yeah. So that was a good trade-in. I like that, and I owe my husband a great deal for saving my mental health that way. Also, all proven science was woo-woo at one point. Yeah, right? The earth was flat because it looks flat. Although there are some people on the internet who still think that. And the sun rose and set. It didn't. Nothing revolved around anything, and yeah, that sort of thing. At first, I thought he said he was going to go jump on him. I was like, well, alrighty, then you do you. You do you, boo, or you do him. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's one of the perks of being married. Where do I live? I live in Missouri. I live in a small town just outside of Missouri, just outside of St. Louis. So it's 20 minutes away from the St. Louis County line. And I grew up in St. Louis. I grew up in the city, and it just right at the edge of the city and county line in St. Louis. So that is where I am from, and I'm solidly Midwestern. I just made chicken and dumplings last night from scratch, and a pot of. And let me know if you like this. A pot of green beans. I got the fresh green beans where you snap the ends and do the work, and potatoes with ham and onions, and it was just one of those nights where I find cooking and baking very soothing, and it's very zen for me. So, and I made cupcakes with cream cheese, whipped cream, frosting. The kind of cupcakes that come in like the little ice cream cups, like the ice cream cones. So I did those, and so yeah, I don't know. I cooked a lot and had a really great time doing so. And then I ate a lot because I had a really great time doing that too. My daughter was in the hotel sphere for a while. Can we start counting the spooky coincidences now? Right? I know. I'm telling you. You know what, Roberta? My brother, my Wiccan brother, his name is Robert. Yeah, it gets. Girl, we getting weird now. We're gonna get weird. Okay, when someone says Midwest, I always think closer to me, but I should know better here at Ham, Wisconsin. Go Packers! I have more pictures in my house of Vince Lombardi than I do of my children, I think. That's no lie. We are huge cheeseheads in this house. Huge. St. Louis does not have a football team. They did have a football team for a little while, and then they did have a football team for a little while 25 years later, and that never works out. So we're Packer backers for life. We are cheeseheads. Go Pack. I don't even know if you like football, but literally we're such a. Scarlett, good morning. Hello. How are things in the UK, girly? Oh man, it's so good to see you. Cindy Warner, who shares my birthday. We're going to be sharing a birthday next week, and I have a little surprise for Cindy, so I'm excited about that. I just made haluski yesterday. What's haluski? Roberta, please explain. I just made a huge pot of potato dumpling soup the other night, and I love making chicken noodle soup. I even make my own noodles. Yes. There's just something about like cooking when this time of year, especially when it starts getting chilly out and you're like, let's cook something. Let's get our cook on. Hi, Bert. That's what they used to call my Aunt Alberta, Bert. What's haluski? Yeah, I got to find out what that is. Anna, hello, girlfriend. She's been here. I don't know if you've been here the whole time, or if you're listening, or let's see. Lombardi is a legend. Lombardi is a legend, honey. Yes. Vince Lombardi is one of the most quotable people. There's actually a quote on my wall that says, perfection is not attainable. But if we pursue perfection, we may catch excellence. That's directly with like a picture of Vince Lombardi. It's like up on, I'm in my bar, by the way, guys, if you're wondering. He is such a legend. I made a large pot of chicken and sausage gumbo. Ooh. And tomorrow I'm making a large loaded baked potato soup. Yes. Yes, 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 Johnny. That sounds so good. That all sounds so good. I don't follow it as much as I used to, but I used to love football. Me too. When my boys were playing, all three of my boys played football. All three of my sons, and I'm so sorry, guys. I'm allergic to everything, and I don't have a tissue nearby to blow my nose. But when all three of my sons were playing, and we used to have like football pools and stuff like that, and now that they're grown, they're all in fantasy football leagues, and my husband's in one, and so we're a house of football, but not as, I don't have to clean the equipment anymore, which is nice. You just got up. Did you just got up to go to the toilet? Today is Joe's birthday. I saw Joe in a chat last night. I mentioned that. I was like, hey, Joe, in the premiere, in our premiere at 6. Are you ready for, I'm so ready for birthday. Yes. I'm going to a casino. And we're going out to dinner with our family. And when I say going out to dinner with my family, honey, this is not a 4-person dinner. Okay. We usually roll about 18 to 24 deep, depending on how many people, are free for dinner. But like my 2 oldest kids are married. My oldest son is married with 2 children. So my grandkids will be there. My kids will be there. My youngest son is dating, so hopefully his girlfriend will also come up and be there. And he's down at college, but he'll be up for that. And then there is, of course, my sister and her family, and my brother and his family, and I have friends are coming, and then my brother-in-law and his family, and on and on and on. So we just, we roll deep. So yeah, I am totally ready, because I'm going to the Pasta House Company and having rigatoni Roma, which is one of my favorite things to do. And it's not an expensive, fancy restaurant. It's just really, really good local sort of food. I'm coming for dinner, Johnny. We all are, honey. We're on our way to Massachusetts right now. Fried cabbage and onions with noodles. Oh, Roberta, that sounds good. It sounds vegan too. It sounds like vegan or vegetarian. It sounds like a great, like if you keep vegan, I've been here. I just don't talk that much. I put the eyes up to let you know I'm here. Thank you so much, Anna. Thanks for being here, guys. It is the middle of the freaking night. I am lucky that anybody has shown up. Thank you so much. Wow, this is really cool. Thank you. I was in Louisiana and Mississippi a couple of times, and everything sounded good until I tried. Everything is way too spicy for me. Gumbo and gator, but it hurts so bad. Oh, I'm kind of I'm not exactly the opposite, because there's a level of heat that I don't like. But I do like kind of generally spicy foods, like curries and gumbos and things like that, jambalaya. But man, one of the best meals I have ever had was, my husband and I were in New Orleans, and we went to the Red Shoe or the Red Heel or the Ruby Slipper, something like that. It was down in downtown New Orleans, and I had shrimp and grits, and I had beignets on the side, because why not? And it was so good. My Lord, it was so good. It was so good. I was just, yeah. For hours, I was crying, saying we kill our food so it doesn't bite us back. Johnny coming over for the baked Patagonia soup. Yummy. Hi. Hi, Johnny. Oh, the baked potato soup. Okay. I was like, Patagonia. Wait a minute. Patagucci? How's everyone? You're welcome anytime. It can be vegan, however, I frequently add bacon. Oh, okay, that's my girl right there. That is my girl. I think you're my soulmate, Roberta. I think you're my soulmate. I'm allergic to everything too. Oh man, that sucks. So Cindy, hopefully there's something that you really love that you're not allergic to. I might be from Louisiana. Every time it's funny because every time I see Johnny in the chat, when I see his comment, I'm actually reading it in my head and I'm hearing his voice and his accent. It's just so charming. I might be from Louisiana, but I do not put too much spices. I don't like it too spicy. I can understand that. I love spices and flavor. I just can't handle the heat. My stomach can't either. And every time I asked if something was spicy, they told me no, but they lied. Oh man, yeah. I have gotten to the point now where I actually have to take antacids for stuff. The Ruby Slipper, that's it, off Canal Street. Yes, it was so good, so good. Every single thing I put in my mouth at that place was good, honey. And my husband got like the triple. There's like a triple version of eggs Benedicts where it's like regular eggs Benedict and then crab and then like I want to say it was the I forget what the other third one was. I want to say shrimp, but it was so good. I am great, Scarlett, and I hope that you are even better than that. I love spicy, but I'm mainly German, Irish, and Italian, so I'm a potato queen. Nice. I like a good tater. Sorry, I'm on a new phone. Sorry for the spelling. Oh, honey, it is 4:18 a.m. in the morning. Ain't nobody worried about anybody spelling, honey. Trust me. We are not here to judge you. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm half awake myself. So I am actually okay. I need to blow my nose. Um, if you want to hang around, I'll be right back in about 3 minutes. I need to blow my nose and step to the ladies. So if you want to hang out and chat with each other for a minute, I just have we all read Taiwanese anyway. That's true. Birthday present from hubby, a new phone. Nice. Oh, I love that. Getting used to it. Yeah, it does take a little getting used to, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm gonna take a timeout, but I'll be a bio break. Thank you. I love that. I'll be taking a bio break for a second. But I will be back very, very shortly and talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. No, I'm joking. I don't have a topic. But do you believe in ghosts? And if you do believe in ghosts, what's the weirdest encounter you've ever had? Okay, there's our subject. I'll be back. Hi, honeys. I'm back. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. My sinuses feel better. Okay. I'm making you a sample of, oil blends for your birthday. Just have to need the cold to pass so I can smell them properly. Yeah, you got to be able to smell them. I know that feeling. Trust me. Yeah, I like the essential oils. I used to do like corporate meetings, and I was in so I was a catering manager, but that makes it sound like I was a catering sales manager. So I would sell things. I would sell the weddings and the corporate business and the government groups and things that would come in and out of ballrooms and meeting spaces. Was what I retired from. So um, so we had doTERRA, I think doTERRA. Essential oils. People would come in and they would plug in their things in the wall, and the ballrooms would smell fantastic for like weeks. I mean, that stuff was really, it's just great. And we started using peppermint oil to excuse me, as a because the little ants they try to come in when it rains in the summer. So we use the peppermint oil to make the ants go away, and it worked. It was very, very nice. So yeah, love essential oils. Okay, not my weirdest ghost moment. Here we go. There's a story. But my BFF's sister passed away, and I was helping to fill her shifts at the Dunkin' they owned while things got sorted, settled. That's my favorite coffee, by the way, Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut coffee. You ever want to send me a present? That is it. I like to think there's another life after this, right? I think we all do. I would fill all the donuts, line them up on the shelf above my work table, and she would flick them off one by one. Oh my God. Okay, true confession, I'd be under that table like this. I'd be trying to catch donuts. I love a good donut. I have a really good story, but can only type 200 characters at a time on here. I can't work under these conditions. I love that. Also, she reset the fill pump, so I had an unexpected Boston cream explosion. That okay, Roberta, I'm dying to say that's what she said, but I'm gonna refrain from that. It's like if you ever see me put TWSS in a chat, I'm saying that's what she said. It's just I'm because I'm a 12-year-old boy. That's why, honestly, inside of me lives both a gay man and a 12-year-old boy. And I've got the weirdest sense of humor ever. I swear it is. And my sister's the same. We laugh at everything, everything. Yeah, it's you know a yeah, toilet girl gets it. Scarlett is like her. She's right there. Yeah, I know. I can't help it. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just a mindset. When you go through life looking for giggles. My dad was a really, really funny guy, and so when we grew up, my brother was a really funny guy. And if you know anything about my sister, you know that she is a really funny gal. I am actually I grew up in a family full of hilarious people. Probably I am the least funny person in my entire family. But we just get tickled at everything. And I mean, it's just yeah, I can't help it. I can't. I was born with my funny bone sticking out. Me too. My daughter says I act like a 12-year-old boy when I go into Walmart, right? Yeah, Cindy, right? If you're going to be haunted, donuts. I would, yeah. with a strong aura of drag queen. Yes, yes, queen. Yeah, I think in my previous life, I must have been a drag queen. My brother actually is the Wiccan, is also a drag queen. Now he's not a drag queen all the time. It's a stage persona, and he does it. He does it for performances, which have gotten, he started probably 10 years ago, and they've gotten less and less. Of course, when the pandemic started, he pretty much he did a few private appearances, and then he sort of retired. He's pretty much retired, but he has promised to come back on my channel. He's been on my channel once, and he was a train wreck that morning. He was so hungover, it was tragic. But he's promised to come back and be full on fab. So the funny thing is that in drag, guess who he looks like? Yeah, he looks like a much more tan and thin me. So yeah, I don't know what it is, but wherever I go, the first thing I do, I have a gaydar that is just amazing. The first thing I do is find my people, my men, my boys. I love them. So I'm no contact with my family for years. Can I offer myself for adoption? Yes, of course. Honey, all you got to do to be in the glam fam is just, be easily amused. I think, really. Be easily amused and, available for tiara wearing every now and again. I actually own, I'm not even lying, I have like 3 tiaras. Like full on tiaras, and I'm trying to figure out which one to wear for my birthday. And I think I'm going to wake up and have a breakfast tiara, and then my post-afternoon nap tiara, and then I will have my overnight tiara. I'm actually doing an overnight auction on my birthday, guys. So for those who love the late nights and or live in the UK and are on a different time zone, we're going from 10 o'clock p.m. Central Missouri time at night until 3 a.m. Missouri time Central in the morning. And let's see, girl, your halo slipped like mine, right? I'm just saying. My child, I put rhinestones on my halo and called it a tiara. Yes, I did. Yeah, and you're exactly right, Geneva. Family can be chosen. Absolutely. I believe that. I am my very own chapter of PFLAG. I love it. Yeah, Scarlett, give me a halo. See if I don't bedazzle it, right? I have 4 official tiaras and several that I've made from glitter pipe cleaners. Yes. A glitter pipe cleaner goes a long way. I have my grandkids, when they come to my house, I'm the grandma who like puts glue and glitter out on the table, and because they love doing arts and crafts. They love creating things. So I just put out like construction paper, scissors, glue, glitter all over the table. The dogs end up looking like completely, sparkly. They look like they're from Twilight. And we have so much fun together doing stuff like that. And I really think it's caused them to grow artistically and creatively, and really sort of think outside of the screen, right? Because kids are so exposed to like electronic screens all the time. They've got tablets now. They've got their own little phones. They've got, so many things. And they're so exposed all the time. I'd be there. I'm so glad you will, Cindy, because I really have something special for you. I have a crown. Well, you are British, honey. Y'all know about the crowns. I love a good crown. Unless you're actually having a baby, and then it's a little painful, but other than that. Googly eyes and pipe cleaners are my secret shame. I bought all these googly eyes to do crafts with my grandkids. So I was sweeping out. My dog shed like crazy, so I was sweeping out the front door because there was like a little massive hairball that I had collected up with the broom, and so I was sweeping out the front door, and I swept the big hairball outside, and it was right next to my front door. And I went inside to grab my dustpan, right, to put it in so I could put it in the trash. My friend Miss Sue comes up in the driveway, and she looks down and she's like, "Oh my God, I thought there was an animal out here." And she's like, "Do you realize what you did?" She's like, "There's like an eyeball in the middle of this thing." So apparently one of those googly eyes swept up, and we got tickled, and we just grabbed the other. We went back in the house, found another eyeball, came out, put the other eyeball on, and just like chased that thing around the driveway with the broom. We just thought we were hilarious, and then finally threw it away. But she's like taking pictures, and I'm like posing with it, and like it was like we created a whole nother dog. That's so cool that you do that with your grandkids. It's fun. Grandkids will keep you young. I'm telling you, they will keep you young at heart if you let them. They're really. My granddaughter is incredibly creative. My grandson has so much fun. He's just he's a charmer. He's going to be a lady killer someday. He reminds me a great deal of my middle son, who is not his dad, but his uncle, and just absolutely charming. And he's going to be a stone cold panty dropper. I tell you, someday he's gonna love it. I've been known to put eyes on all the condiments in the fridge. Oh, I'm going to do that. Roberta, can I steal that idea? Are you okay with me doing that? Because I love that idea. I think it's good. That would be so hilarious. And Gladpa would laugh so hard. Girl, I love you. You're geekish. I don't know if you're talking to me or Roberta, but I love you, Scarlett. And yes, I'm a very massive dork. Trust me, I'm a massive dork. I don't try to be cool, because there's no such thing as being cool. And especially at my age, come on, I love all of that, but I've learned from Cuddle Puddles that glitter causes glurpies. And once one person gets it, everybody gets it, and you can't get rid of that crap forever. She said glurpies. Oh my God, I love it. Glurpies. Oh, glitter causes glurpies. I'm dying here. I am dying. I'm sorry. You done started something for me, honey. I cannot wait to use that in a sentence. That's so funny. I love it. I love it. My mom is getting a new car today. Nice. Hopefully it's fuel efficient. Fuel has gone up a little. Petrol's a little expensive now. Totally stealing glurpies. Me too, Roberta. That is hilarious. I love that. I love that word. You're a genius for that. That's really funny. So Scarlett, I hope your mom's new car is good, and I hope it runs well, and or I hope it's sporty and exactly what she's looking for, or very reliable. Whatever she's looking for in a car, I hope that is what she gets. Shoot, food's getting worse than gas now. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Somebody was saying, and I don't remember which chat I was in, but somebody was saying that the reason why the price of food keeps going up, even though the cost of filling up at the pump doesn't, is because although the cost of regular fuel has finally leveled off and started tapering off, the cost of diesel is still sky high. So getting all of the food into the grocery stores is expensive. It really is. It's been just nuts. It's nuts. Do you know what eggs cost now? And it cost me $2.50 for a loaf of regular old bread. Not even the seed stuff, not the bougie bread, regular white bread. It cost me $2.50 for that. That is ridiculous. Yeah, you're right about that. Glitter herpes. Scarlet. Shoot, food's getting worse food is worse than fuel now. Geneva, I hope it's a classic Camaro with big engine and a manual transmission. Oh, I miss having a manual transmission. I do. I learned how to drive a stick. A friend of mine had he owns a BMW repair shop now, and his parents were wealthy, and but he was just my buddy in high school, and he taught me how to drive a stick shift on a BMW, and it scared me to death because I was uphill doing this at a four-way stop or at a two-way stop, and the cross traffic didn't stop, and I'm facing uphill in a stick shift for the first time ever. Scared me to death. I thought for sure I was about to wreck his parents' car. Oh my Lord. And he's like, don't worry about it. And I'm like, yeah, it's easy for you to say, you're covered on their insurance. So, but I did learn how to drive a stick shift, and I love the control. There's something type A about me that loves that control, I guess. I drive a stick too. Boy, that sounds bad. That's what she said. That is what she said. She just said that just now. Rolling backwards. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? You don't have to do anything for me. Thank you. Cindy, it is such a privilege to share a birthday with you. And we don't do things we have to do. We do things we want to do. That's why God made retirement, honey. Love a stick. Also what she said. Sorry. Also what she said. Okay, I'm going to put this in the chat. And if you ever see me put that into a regular chat, that's what I'm talking about. Just in case you see that and you're like, oh, what's, is somebody trying to get away with some secret shenanigans? Not really. Just, commenting. But yeah, Cindy, thank you for sharing your birthday with me. I know that to be, your birthday is your special day. So for somebody to share that time with me is such a privilege. My Lord have mercy. That's a lovely, lovely gift. And time is one of those things that you will not get back. So I truly appreciate it. Yeah, I totally wouldn't have known that if you hadn't told me. I honestly, it's just one of those things where if you see me typing it into a chat, I never want to be like, kind of like, I don't want to look sneaky that way. I mean, I don't want to look like I'm making fun of anybody. I'm not, I just don't, I am in no position to make fun of anybody. But yeah, it's just one of those things that we pop in the chat. You'll probably see like Veronica or Aunt Boo do that. Maybe I might get an electric car one day. Ooh, nice. Very nice. I'm not down with all that lingo yet. I'm telling you, it took me forever. Child, they were saying sus and oh gosh, like my grandson's like, that's sus. And I'm like, did you just say that's sus? And he's like, yeah, it means suspicious. And I was like, oh God, here we go. So yeah, that was funny. And FOMO, which is fear of missing out, I guess. That one snuck up on me. I have one too, FWGP, but it's not necessarily shareable in polite company. Oh, Roberta, we have got to talk at some point. Where's the polite company? Yes. She said, just whisper it to me, Roberta. You guys are cracking me up. Cindy, yeah, I have two grandkids. I have a grandson and a granddaughter. I don't mention their names on my YouTube channel because you never know who's watching, and it's in their best interest, and for me to be as discreet as possible with my grandkids, and their identities. So yeah. Plus, it keeps anybody from it keeps me from having to shoot anybody, so that's nice. I'm joking. I'm joking. There, I censored LOL. She said, just whisper it to me, Roberto. There, I censored. You guys. No, you're not. You guys are cracking me up. Oh my God. All right. I've been on here for an hour and 17 minutes, and I am going to try. I'm going to try. You know what? I think I'm actually going to try to crash out in my son's room, my son's old room, which is now a guest room. So I think I'm just going to crash out in the guest room because between the dogs and the snoring, there's no way I will never be able to make it. And I want to make sure that I'm up and ready for Johnny's show. We have on Veronica Mitka, and that's Veronica with a K in German. Veronica Mitka is having it's called BAR, and that stands for Bad Blank Resellers. You can guess what the A word is. It's a 3-letter word. It means donkey. And so she has that tonight on her channel, and I'll be a part of that live chat. And that is just us goofing off. It's just girls goofing off. That's at 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. So if you're interested, I will spell out. If you don't know Veronica, I just typed in the name of her channel, and it literally is just Veronica Mitka is her channel. And she's another reseller. And she is a German transplant. And then there's Chloe with Cuberly Chaos. And we're wearing costumes, and I will have coffee. My coffee will be a tiny bit spiked because it's more fun that way. But yeah, girls goofing off. It's so much fun. I only have one yet, and I'm starting to get impatient. These darn kids of mine need to give me more. I mean, I let them live to adulthood. I deserve something, right? Yeah. Give back. Give me those glam babies, because the great thing about glam babies is that you can do all the fun stuff that you do with kids, and then hand them off. Give them back. It's fantastic. I have one boy, one girl. I understand not saying their names. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, it's just, you got to protect the family, and especially my babies. Girls goofing off sounds good. I don't know, it's a fun time. We get a little saucy, but I get a little saucy anyway, and y'all don't hate me yet, hopefully. So yeah, I should be having a pretty good we should be having a pretty good time. But I appreciate you being with me this morning. I am going to Hexenhaus aus Beobachten. Okay, I'm going to try to pronounce this. Ich kann dich und Veronika von meinem Hexenhaus aus Beobachten. Yeah, I need a translator too. I'm probably going to come back later, and I'm going to be like, hey, Veronica, I just copied and pasted something for you. So yeah. I'm going to go ahead and hit the road. Hit the bed. I don't know, though. I've had a lot of coffee. I may end up scrubbing the kitchen floor. So, but anyway, so I'm going to jump off of here, and I hope that everybody has a fantastic day. And and just thank you again. Thank you so much for your company in the middle of the night. This was so fun. Bad German for I can watch you and Veronica from my witch house. I like that. Yeah, I needed a translator too. So yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, come on and see us. It's Veronica McKay's channel, but it's a lot of fun and it's the bar reselling. And we do I do a giveaway. Veronica does a giveaway. Chloe does a giveaway. So it'll be fun. I think. I don't know. It'll be fun for me. Hopefully, it's fun for you. I don't know. Thank you, because my right click button doesn't work to copy and paste that into translator. Yeah. I honestly I know how to like do like one word translations, but when it comes to like German, I think has a lot of like compound words. And so it can get like really it can get complex sometimes. Yeah. So anyway, everybody have a wonderful day. If you're going to bed, have a great night. And it was great spending time with you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your company. And I look forward to seeing you. You're going to be seeing a lot of me within the next 2 weeks. So, sorry. And brace yourselves. So anyway, Scarlett, Cindy, Roberta, Geneva, thank you so much for your wonderful, wonderful company. It's been a pleasure for me. And to anyone else who's lurking, to Johnny who stopped in, to anyone who stopped in. Oh, Cindy, did I mention Cindy? I think I did. Cindy and yeah, and Anna. Oh, good morning, Shay. I was just getting ready to jump off actually. But just yeah, have a great day. I hope that you have a wonderful day. And Larry and Victoria are on soon. Don't forget to catch them. And of course, Johnny is live at 7:30 Central. So 7:30 Central, 7:30 Central. So I look forward to seeing you guys in those chats. I hope you have a fantastic day and just a fantastic week. Bye.